So yeah, these are what I'm rocking on my trip here to Vietnam, and this guy is a little freebie from Temu, and I got a whole bunch of them as of when I started that Temu account back when. And anyhow, I know people gave me crap about doing reviews on cheap colognes, but as you can see here, you know, and you can see my previous reviews, I'm okay with doing both. Doesn't matter necessarily what the price is. That doesn't dictate if it's more expensive that it'll be better necessarily. And it also depends on what the situation is, because not every problem requires a solution of a hammer. So this, I would say, my chick, she thinks it smells very much like Chanel, I guess whatever sport. And it is clean with like a peppery finish. And this doesn't have a long longevity, maybe like, it becomes a skin scent after maybe like the first 20 minutes, and projection obviously is not, crazy or anything. So anyway, but look at the size of it. It's tiny. It fits in the, within the palm of your hand. So it's great for carry-on travel TSA, which is why I did it. Going through the different countries and their customs processes, they all have different rules and regulations regarding fluids and containers that they are in. So this is a great one. Obviously, when you're in the airports, though, a smart move is always to just go test the testers. And, maybe you purchase something else in the duty-free shop, cheap, and then you also spray yourself. Or sometimes you're just a savage and you just spray it. Like, what are you going to do? You can't stop me. These are here for samples, right? Okay. I have a friend who actually would refill his Sauvage, refillable Sauvage bottle when they were doing those, and would refill his Sauvage through the testers in the store. This dude was so savage. Okay, anyway, so this is a little something my chick got me. This little set here. We'll get to that in a minute here. And I did do a Creed Aventus review before, which this is supposed to be a replica of, with it being way more heavy on the pineapple. And now we'll jump into this. I did give one of these away as well, as you remember, on the channel. What a wonderful that experience that was. Some people couldn't believe some people had complaints about that, but yeah, we gave away free cologne. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's right. There was more than one winner, so I just gave away 2 bottles. Okay, Creed Aventus. This is, I would say, obviously everybody knows it's like the classic projector. Some people say like it doesn't really have the longevity. Some people even say it doesn't project that much. But, when you're paying what you pay for this, I assume you're going to get that. This is the tester that she got, so you can buy the testers for cheaper. Obviously, it's always a better move, I believe. Good job on that one, sweetie. And this one is very like, it's got the bergamot, it's got, that's, the initial, but then, it's got that heavy leather, right? And, if you're into that, and there's sometimes that is the right occasion for that, okay. But, I just think it's a little hyped up for it being just basically, like, to me, a real, like, just a leather scent. So, this guy is my favorite out of the 3 that she got me. This one, this Tom Ford, she says it's like basically more of a winter scent in her opinion, which is right. Very sweet smelling. And vanilla-y, like, finish, almost smells like, reminds me of like the old days at the pool when you go on the trips with your school to the pool day, and you smell everyone's using that freaking suntan lotion, the copper tone, bronzer, whatever. And so anyway, this reminds, ironically, the bottle looks like that. It can contain bronzer in it. And yeah, Tom Ford, Extreme. This guy, he smells like suntan lotion at the pool. Yeah, sorry to upset people who think that Price dictates value. Okay. Elysium, Roja, perfumes. All right. So this guy is the winner in my book. I never even heard of this. No clue what it is. Kind of looks like, you know, I don't know. I would have probably made fun of this in a lot of ways, but I probably clearly had no idea what I'm talking about because it smells amazing. This smell reminds me of blue, you know, Chanel blue. Oh, it's got a wonderful blue scent in there, and it has a tonka bean in there. I'm actually gonna spray this one. Yeah, the first hit is just big blue. Then it cools down into like a, you know, a crispy like Hugo Boss kind of a smell, and then goes into like a Calvin Klein CK1 kind of a lemon. Now we're getting into the tonka, but I could swear there's more tonka. Maybe I'm thinking, no, it is. Yeah, it's like a powdery. Anyway, the cologne that it reminded me of is Trump Empire by Trump, whatever. So, you know, obviously another one where its value, it was undervalued in my opinion, and so that's a great one to pick up if you can pick it up because they stopped making it. So there are a limited amount of them out there, and with it being so controversial, people are buying them for various reasons. And honestly, you know, it's a Trump Empire, which I shouldn't be talking about maybe because it's not here, but solid performer, projection, longevity, and tonka bean if you like that. It's got a lot of that, and for me, it's a good all around. Like you can use it any time of year, and you know, and it really it smells good when you're wearing a nice pea coat. Okay, so. This one, yeah, was that the one I was thinking of? Let's see. This one, no, it's not that. That almost smells like gas. This one must be the one I'm thinking of, the tonka bean. Anyway, for some reason I'm nose blind to any of that right now. Yeah. But all I can smell is the blue in it right now. But anyway, in my notes, my mental notes, it was reminding me that this reminded me of Trump Empire. So, for whatever reason, that was. Anyway, okay, so this one, just a nice clean, you know, finish. So soapy, sudsy smell, fresh out the shower. Sometimes it's good, like, you know, have one in your gym bag if you want something small. But this is small enough in my opinion. But, you know, it's heavy and whatnot, especially when they're full. The sprayer, we can go through the sprayers on all these. You know, this one right here, it's got a great sprayer. I'm going to waste some fucking money here, huh? Boom. That one, it's like hit or miss. It's not that consistent of a sprayer in my opinion. This one also hit or miss, but yeah, peppery and soapy sudsy. Okay, this one, let's see the sprayer on this guy. Okay, you saw that one. Expensive air freshener I'm using right now, and we got this guy. Ooh. I like that when like you don't have to go. You know, like this one, you can go a little smaller, you can go a little lighter, and you get a smaller cone spray. This one, if you go too light, it'll actually start leaking on you, which it already does, but it'll just only leak pretty much, dribble. So that's something that I look for in a sprayer, which just basically tells me how good the spring is. And then this guy, fuck, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. Okay, great. That was like what, $20 that spray? Fucking bullshit. That was yeah, that's a good sprayer. I'm not gonna go through and see if it will do a light spray, but fuck it, guess we will. Fucking bullshit. Okay. Light spray, here we go. Spray my Ray-Ban stories like a fucking retard. Yeah, not as good of a sprayer as this, ironically. This guy wins again. Fucking Elysium. So, yeah, hot take. This guy wins out of all the multivitamins. Alright. Yeah.